The American Yawp, Chapter 13. Westward expansion, far from diverting the sectional crisis over slavery, exasperated it as new states entered the American Union. Both slave owner and abolitionist came to fear the political power of the other in this era, and both sides looked to the Revolution and the founding documents for justification for their arguments. The Missouri Compromise came on like a fire bell in the night. On the surface, the compromise seemed to settle the question of slavery in the new territories, but it exposed a deep rift among the American population on the question of slavery's expansion. Whether blacks could ever be capable of citizenship became a national debate that only terrible war could answer. Old forces in American politics did what they could to settle the question that came to define political life in the lead up to the Civil War. Democrats relied on their ideology of white supremacy to rally voters, while the Whigs revived old Federalist notions and supported the more moderate reform efforts of the men and women of the benevolent empire. New sectional developments soon seemed beyond the scope of old politics to settle, however. The visibility of literate blacks like Frederick Douglass and the unyielding legal dilemma of fugitive slaves running to the north inflamed tensions on both sides of the Mason-Dixon line. New parties, political parties, soon filled the old political void, informed by abolitionist ideology and bent on challenging the continuation of the terms of the old Missouri Compromise. The new Compromise of 1850, the Fugitive Slave Act, and the Kansas-Nebraska Act set off fights in Washington, D.C., and ignited a shooting war in bleeding Kansas. The new Republican Party adopted a free soil ideology and rose to halt the spread of slavery ahead of the 1860 presidential election. John Brown's raid at Harper's Ferry, Virginia, and the Supreme Court's Dred Scott decision convinced both pro- and anti-slavery forces that the coexistence of free and slave American states could not hold as it had for nearly a century. The American nation had begun the work of tearing itself apart.